Hello everyone, welcome to my channel CISE Topper Classes. Today we are going to discuss chapter 1 Goods and Services Tax exercise 1 question number 1 to 8. So let us start solving this exercise here in this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel.
Let us solve here chapter GST exercise 1. An article is marked at rupees 15,000. A dealer sells it to a consumer at 10% profit. If the rate of GST is 12%, then find the selling price excluding tax of the article and the amount of tax under GST paid by the consumer. The third is the total amount paid by the consumer. If we write here mark price is 15,000 and after 10% profit, then the price will be, if we write, then it will be 16,500. So the selling price we can write 16,500 and rate of GST is 12%. So tax we can write here 12% of 16,500. Here we have marked it, finded it by 10% profit, and here we have finded the tax which we have to pay. The second is, this is only asked. Now the third, we have to find total amount paid. So total amount will be the selling price plus the total tax. So this will be 18,480 is the final answer here in this question. So this is the answer of asked question here. Let us solve a question number 2. A shopkeeper buys goods worth rupees 4,000 and sells these at a profit of 20% to a consumer in the same state. If GST is charged at 5%, find the selling price excluding tax of the goods. So if we write here cost price of the good, so it will be 4,000, and after applying 20% profit selling price, this will be 4,000 into 120 by 100, means it will be after applying the profit. So it is 4,800. If we write here CGST paid by the consumer, this will be half of the GST, because CGST, when we apply CGST in a intra-state selling, that this will be CGST equal to SGST. So we have to find the CGST also and SGST. So it will be half of the total GST, means 5 by 2. So on solving this will be 120 answer of the second part, and this will be also equal to SGST. So this is also 120 here. Now the fourth part we have to find the total amount paid by the consumer will be the selling price plus CGST plus SGST. So it will be 5,040. So this is the final answer of question number 2 here. And this is the solution of this question. Now let us solve your question number 3. The mark price of an article is rupees 12,500. A dealer in Kolkata sells the article to a consumer in the same city at a profit of 8%. If the rate of GST is 18%, then find the selling price excluding tax of the article. So it will be, this is marked price here. This is the mark price here, 12,500, and the selling price we can find the uh, total here. So this will be 108% because the profit here is 8% by 100. So it will be 13,500 selling price. Firstly, we have to find the selling price only. So this is the answer of the first part. Now the second part is asked IGST, CGST, and SGST. We know IGST is for interstate, but here we know the dealer sells the article in Calcutta only. So we can say here we will apply CGST and SGST. IGST will be null here. So I have written IGST is null, and CGST we can find CGST and SGST will be half of the total GST. GST is given as 18%, means 9% will be divided into CGST and SGST. So 9% of the selling price will be 1215 here. So this is the answer of the second part. Now, the third part is asked the amount which the consumer pays for the article. So it will be total amount, selling price plus CGST plus SGST. So it will be 15,930 as the answer in this question. So this is the solution of question number 3. Now let us solve your question number 4. A shopkeeper buys an article from a wholesaler for rupees 20,000 and sells it to a customer at 10% profit. If the rate of GST is 12% here, then find the tax liability of the shopkeeper. So cost price of shopkeeper here, it is given that 20,000. We have to find the selling price after 10% profit. So this will be 20,000 into 110 divided by 100. So 10% of 20,000 we will just add in that, we will get here 22,000. Tax liability of the shopkeeper we can find by output GST minus input GST. So it will be the output GST when the customer will take and the input GST when the shopkeeper has taken. So this will be 240 as the tax liability of the shopkeeper. So this is the final answer in the fourth question, and this is the solution of question number 4. Now let us solve here. Question number 5. A dealer buys an article for rupees 6,000 from a wholesaler. The dealer sells the article to a consumer at 15% profit. If the sales are interstate and the rate of GST is 18%, then find input CGST and SGST paid by the dealer, output CGST and output SGST collected by the dealer, the net CGST and SGST paid by the dealer, the total amount paid by the consumer. So if we write here cost price of dealer is rupees 6,000. Selling price of dealer is equal to rupees 6,000 into 115 divided by 100. So this will be 6,900. If we write here input CGST is equal to 6,000 into 9 by 100 equal to rupees 540. If we write input SGST, this will be the GST which is paid by the dealer to the wholesaler. So this is input SGST like this only 540 here also. If we write output CGST, this will be 6,900 into 9 by 100 equal to 621. Means this is the GST which is paid by the consumer to the dealer. So this is output. This is sorry output here. This is output SGST. If you want to write the net CGST and net SGST, this will be the difference of these two GST. So that we will get the net CGST here. So this is rupees 81 on subtracting both of them. If we write total amount paid by the consumer is asked, then it will be the selling price plus the output CGST and output SGST. So this is the answer here in this question, and this is the solution of question number 5 here. And this is the final answer in this question. Now let us solve question number 6. A manufacturer buys raw material worth rupees 7,500 paying GST at the rate of 5%. He sells the finished product to a dealer at 40% profit. If the purchase and the sale both are interstate, means in the same state, and the rate of GST for the finished product is 12%, we have to find the input GST here. Firstly, we have to find the input CGST. So it is, we can write price of raw material is this much. So input CGST is, if we write for 2.5 divided by 100, then it will be 1870 it 187.5, and here also same thing on SGST, input SGST. If we write a selling price of manufacturer, this will be 40% profit here. So 140 divided by 100 means 10,500. If we write output CGST, this will be 630, and if we write output SGST, this will be again 630. So tax for state government will be 630 minus 187.5, and tax for central government will be 630 minus 187.5. So this is the solution here, and this is the final answer in this question. To also find in the sixth question the amount paid by the dealer. So total amount will be the selling price here by the manufacturer plus CGST and SGST, output CGST. So this will be 630 plus 630. So 10500 plus 0612. So it will be here, if we write, this will be 0 6 7 11,760 is the final answer here in this question. So this is the solution of question number 6 here. Now let us solve the question number 7. A manufacturer sells a TV to a dealer for rupees 18,000, and the dealer sells it to a consumer at a profit of 1,500. If the sales are interstate and the rate of GST is 12%, then find the amount of GST paid by the dealer to the state government. So here selling price of manufacturer is 18,000, and if we write selling price of dealer, that is 18,000 plus 1,500 means 19,500. And here it is given rate of GST as 12%. So CGST and SGST we will write 18,000 into 6 divided by 100 equal to 1080. Amount of GST collected by dealer from consumer, this will be CGST equal to SGST. So 6% of 19,500 we can write as 1,170. So this is amount of GST collected by dealer from consumer. If we want to write now the amount of GST paid by the dealer to the state government, this will be output GST minus input GST. Output GST is 1170, and input GST, if we see, this is 1080. So we will just subtract, we will get 90. Now amount of GST received by the central government, if you have to write, this is 1080 plus 90 we will write. Input plus the amount of GST paid by the dealer to the state government. So that part 90. Then we will add here, if we want to write amount of GST received by the state government, so this will be 1080 plus 90. So again 1170 here. Now the last part is asked is the amount that the consumer pays for the TV. So if you want to write the amount that the consumer pays for the TV, this is amount paid by consumer will be the last here the 1900 500 which we have finded after adding the profit. This is 1900 500 plus 1170 again plus 1170 means the output GST here collected by dealer from consumer. So it will be 21,840 is the answer here in this question. So this is the solution of question number 7 here, and this is the answer which is asked here. Now let us solve here question number 8. A shopkeeper buys the camera at a discount of 20% from a wholesaler. The printed price of the camera being 1600. The shopkeeper sells it to a consumer at the printed price. If the sales are interstate and the rate of GST is 12%, find GST paid by the shopkeeper to the central government. So if the camera is sold to the consumer at the printed price only, then we will find the GST for consumer. GST paid by consumer at the printed price, so it will be 96 rupees. And here rate of discount is 20% for the shopkeeper here. So this will be cost price for camera for shopkeeper will be the discounted price, which will be 1280. So we will find paid GST paid by shopkeeper will be on 1280. So this is 76.80 rupees. Now the first part is GST paid by the shopkeeper to the central government. If you have to find, this will be 96 means output CGST minus input CGST. So this will be output minus input. So here 96.76.80 will be 19.20. If you want to find GST received by the central government, this will be uh, here this input GST plus the GST paid by the shopkeeper to the central government. So this will be 19.20. So it is 96 here. Again, GST received by the state government, this will remain same, only 96 rupees. We have to find now the cost price of camera for consumer. So this will be 1600 plus 96 plus 96 means rupees 1792 is the answer here in this question. So this is the solution here for question number 8. Cost price means the cost price for rupees 1600 plus 96 here. So this is only the answer.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel.